The title of the session 4 is the University Responding to the Market from the Industry Perspective. 지금 우리 대학이 시장의 마켓의 요구에 얼마만큼 반응하고 있는가라는 것을 이 산업계 관점에서 이야기해보고자 합니다. 사실 그 4년제 대학교의 취업률이 굉장히 낮습니다. 불과 50% 정도에 있어서 저도 대학에 있지만 학생들 요즘 상담을 하다 보면은요, 가장 많이 되는 게 이성에 대한 고민 이런 것이 아니라 그 진로 문제, 그 중에서도 취업 문제입니다. 그래서 처음부터 끝까지 취업에 대한 이야기를 많이 하곤 하는데요. 그만큼 취업은 이제 그 고등교육이 하이어 에듀케이션에 있는 모든 분들한테 가장 커다란 관심이 될 수밖에 없습니다. 많은 우리 4년제 대학 혹은 전문대학 아니면은 이 학생들 같은 경우에 보다 더 좋은 곳에서 자기의 꿈과 적성을 펼쳐 나갈 수 있는 곳에서 진로를 찾아보고자 하고 있지만 실제로 보면은 그런 게 쉽지 않은 게 현실입니다. 그리고 또 한 가지 이 대학을 보면은요, 지금 많은 분들께서 지금 그 고등교육, 이 대학에 종사하시는 분들이 여기 와 계시는데요. 이 대학이 과연 그렇다면은 이 산업계 관점에서 요구하고 있는, 필요로 하고 있는 이런 지식과 기술, 그리고 역량들을 정말로 제대로 가르쳐 왔는가라는 면에 대해서는요, 스스로 많이들 자성의 소리를 하게 됩니다. 그리고 오늘 근본 이 그 에듀케이션 포럼의 커다란 주제 중에 하나가 바로 그 가운데서 테크놀로지의 역할입니다. 그 가운데서 과연 어떻게 테크놀로지가 역할을 해왔는가, 이 부분에 대해서도 한번 또 다시 한번 생각해 보아야 될 시점이 아닌가 싶습니다. 저희 이 세션에서는 아주 그 타고나신 디스팅기시드 스피커 4분을 모셨습니다. 그래서 산업계 관점을 가장 잘 대표해 주실 수 있는 마이크로소프트, 인텔 사회에서 계시는 분들을 모셨고요. 그리고 또 대학에서 이 그 테크놀로지 활용을 적극적으로 이러한 갭을 줄여 나가기 위해서 이 산업계하고 그리고 학계 간의 이 갭을 줄여 나가기 위해서 활용하고 있는 대학에서의 사례도 들어보겠습니다. 그리고 그 끝으로 마지막으로 이 대학과 이 산업계가 같이 협력하면서 상생의 길을 갈 수 있는 길을 OECD 파트너이고 또 전 시스코의 바이스 프레지던트이셨던 분들을 또 모셔서 함께 들어보는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to British Council for inviting me to share a little bit of what we have in Indonesia in this prestigious forum. My name is Obert Hoseanto. I am the Partners in Learning Manager in Microsoft Indonesia. Basically, what we do is running the academic programs from Microsoft throughout all subsidiaries that Microsoft exists in the whole world. So basically, there's about 140 people like me all over Indonesia, all over the world, and we run similar programs. Now, my presentation today would be talking more on how university fresh graduates are being recruited by companies like Microsoft or any other industries. And I'm taking a couple of case studies, particularly from Indonesia. Now, why am I talking about Indonesia? If we look at the geographical perspective, Indonesia probably is one of the most complex countries in the world. We have about 17,000 islands. We have 34 provinces. We have 514 regencies, 7,000 districts. And on the education side, we have about 248,000 schools, 12,000 vocational schools, 3 million teachers, 49 million students, all across the 17,000 islands all over Indonesia. So this is just an overview of why I'm choosing Indonesia. Now, this is a snapshot I took from McKinsey report. Indonesia currently is the 16th largest economy in the world and aiming to be the 7th largest in the world by 2030. These are the figures projected by many organizations about Indonesia. That's why I have the pleasure of sharing what we are doing, because what we're doing might reflect on other countries' challenges, and it might be a bit easier compared to what we have. Now, here is the statistics in higher education that we have. We have approximately 5 million plus students all across the higher educations in Indonesia. We have about 4,200 tertiary education institutions all across Indonesia, be it in the form of academy, polytechnic, vocational, university, and university itself. Plus, we have so many programs running now. Now, if you can see, the biggest number that we have is still on the bachelor degree program, which is a 4 years program in Indonesia. And very little are focusing in a professional education program or specific vocational education in the higher ed. Now, the current situation that we face is that the weaknesses that they see is the length of cycle in the teaching and learning process. It's way too long. The most popular program is a 4 years bachelor's degree program. Why do they do that? Because most of the industry, most of the companies require a bachelor's degree. If they don't have a bachelor's degree, then chances are they don't get a good salary or a good compensation package from the company. And less career path if they don't have a bachelor's degree. That's why it's the most popular, but the quality is not that, it's not as high as people are expecting. Even the industry are beginning to feel that. Now, if we look at these numbers, even a university graduate needs at least 4 to almost 5 months after he or she graduates before they can find a job. While those who graduate from a Diploma 2 program, that is a 2 years program, can take up to 6 months before they can find a job. So the gap is quite obvious here, because it's not immediately after you graduate that you can find a good job. And here is one of the statements that the Ministry of Education just announced a couple of weeks back, that Indonesia is currently on the rank 49 out of 50 countries when it comes to the quality in higher education. This is why the Ministry of Education is stating that currently Indonesia is in emergency within the education perspective. Now, when we talk about the quality of recruits as well, these are the summary of interviews conducted to the companies that recruited our students. And mostly they say, for both public and private institutions, they all say, well, the quality that you have produced, they're fair. They're not that good. That's why there's still gap when it comes to filling the position of higher management levels. When it comes to the lower function levels, they're still acceptable. But when it comes to getting more people to be projected for board of management type of position, they still find it very challenging. Here is the latest report from Directorate General of Higher Education, World Bank and Australian Aid, dated May 2014, that employers reported there are issues of both quality or quantity of skills of graduates. It's still very limited. And there are this evidence of discrepancy between higher education system and the industry market. But at the same time, there are opportunities to explicitly expand collaboration between higher education institutions and private sectors, be it in the form of joint research, internship, and staff exchange. Now, as an industry, I am going to share two approaches that Microsoft is doing worldwide. One of them is what we call MAC program. MAC program stands for Microsoft Academy College Hires. Basically, this is the one program that we have to recruit fresh graduates directly into Microsoft. So this is what we see as our opportunity. We tend to hire the right people. This program is developed to push students more to develop their own strength, to get their connections they needed, and for us to get the right connection, as well as to get people onboarded strongly. Many times when people join industries like Microsoft, most of the time people spend at least 6 to 12 months to get onboarded comfortably. It takes that long, that amount of time before somebody can actually settle in and understand exactly what he or she needs to be doing in his or her role. Now, at the same time, their expectations of Microsoft is there. They are given challenging opportunities, they got flexibility, they got partnership, visibility, investment in their career, meaningful opportunities. These are the things that we offer them, and these are their expectations from us. So the program is global. There are several tracks. One is MAC Hire for fresh graduate out of a 4 years bachelor's degree program. And we do have MAC Hire for MBA. So either you're in your bachelor's degree or in your MBA degree, you have the opportunity to come as an intern to Microsoft for starting from 3 months to 12 months, learn all about the industry while you're studying, bring it back to the university as a case study and discuss it for your research, then come back to work with us eventually. So this is giving the opportunity, the right resources for both sides, both the industry as on Microsoft side and the student side as well as the university side. Now, this experience, it's very challenging and very fun for most of the students. They got opportunities to be starting from 1 month. In some countries, started with 3 months, depending on the rules of every country. Usually in Indonesia, it's between 3 to 12 months, but in other countries can start up from 1 to 7 months. And it can stay up to 24 months in some cases. Usually the ones with 24 months are the ones we expect them to be onboarded. So we give them 12 months to experience Microsoft, then we give another 12 months to experience another role in Microsoft that might suit a student better. Now, they are given so many trainings, from classroom trainings, online resources, Yammer group. Yammer is basically our social network that is private and closed. So they are part of quote unquote exclusive Microsoft internal community where they can learn from the experts and the vice presidents at times. And they're given leadership exposure to lead projects. When you are an intern in Microsoft, nobody can tell. I've had, in Microsoft Indonesia, not too long ago, we had an intern student for 3 months who was only 17 years old, and she's doing a bachelor's degree in Melbourne. So when she went home for summer break, she joined Microsoft for about 2.5 months, and nobody knew she was an intern because her mentor just gave her real big projects, and it was about launching a new product in collaboration with other partners, and she was the one handling all the marketing. So there's no differentiating. You're an intern, you just have to do A, B, and C. No, you have to do the whole list of tasks that we're doing. So that gives them a real set of experience, a complete set of experience on how complex business would look like. So this is the MBA program, 3 to 6 months, and it could be up to 20 months, similar situations. We have a few MBA Mac hire that went all the way to run the worldwide programs in Microsoft Corp in Redmond. So an MBA student from UCLA or France, they sign up for the program, they got selected by Microsoft Corp in Redmond, and they do projects in 70 countries immediately because it's a worldwide project. Now, this is the result of the program in Indonesia. It's only been running for about 2 to 3 years. We had about 500 applications for internship, but at the end, only 7 got the internship offer, and out of the 7 offer of internship, only 5 actually got selected and got hired by Microsoft as an employee. So that really shows the challenges in the process. At the same time, our HR is also quite frustrated in getting more people to sign up and more people to be selected. As you can see, the trend decreases so much from the first stage to the next stage and to the following stages. This shows there's a lack of gap still happening. So that's one of the approach that we're actively pursuing to universities in order to get the best talents. Now, the second initiative that Microsoft is doing worldwide is what we call Microsoft Innovation Center. Basically, it's a cooperation between Microsoft and our partners, mostly university partners. So if you look at this logo, there are 5 Microsoft Innovation Centers that we have in Indonesia. All are based in universities. This is basically an incubation center for students to be doing projects for Microsoft, for other companies, to do research within the universities and throughout the community as well. Basically, they are given opportunities to transform ideas into successful business, successful projects. Now, these are the things we provide for Microsoft Innovation Centers. We provide technical skills development, we foster innovation and entrepreneurship, and we bring industry partnership. Now, as I said earlier, we have 5 Microsoft Innovation Centers. I would like to take one of the example in University of Gadjah Mada, one of the top university in Indonesia. This is what they have done for the last 8 years, starting in 2007. So they built an IT ecosystem. They have been doing research and projects for all these industries. Excuse me. Starting from universities, the ministry, big IT companies, as well as international projects. This is happening in the university, within the center. What's interesting is that the advisor for Microsoft Innovation Center in this university was once a member of the Innovation Center when he was still, I think, a bachelor and a master's degree students until his PhD. Once he finished his PhD, he became a lecturer in that university, and he is becoming the advisor. So this is one of the model of cooperations that we're looking for. It's not just about Microsoft coming in and giving infrastructure or funding, but we also invest in human capabilities. Now, another interesting aspect is that these MICs eventually evolved into becoming startup companies. They are doing one project that I was advising not too long ago. So they built a couple of applications and portals using Microsoft's technology, and they're opening it for public. So eventually, we're not looking at only getting the best graduates to be recruited to work with us, but we are also expecting them to be our partners in part of the ecosystem. Because this eventually will lead them to be independent, self-sustained, and they'll be our partner for sure. So they can be a technopreneur, entrepreneur, not necessarily working for Microsoft, not necessarily working as a Microsoft employee, but they can work with Microsoft together. So these are the two types of partnerships that we pursue with universities and higher education institutions in terms of trying to minimize the gap that we have, and as well as opening up more opportunities for universities and students. So with that, thank you very much for your time in listening to my presentations. If you have any questions, please do raise them. Thank you.